Hi friends, how are we doing today? Okay, don't go anywhere. I have something really special I want to teach you today. So don't go anywhere, don't scroll, I promise. It's really important. You probably never heard this before, and that's because I've never seen it in any book. I was shown this through many years of experience. So today we're going to start off by explaining why words, what's going on here? Why words, vibrations, and letters have meaning, okay? This is something the Sumerians knew very, very well. That's why their cunograph was the way it was. It was the first language, first written language that we know of. Anyway, and then, of course, then we have Hebrew, which Hebrew is a divine language that was, if you know, you know. We're just going to skip over that. It's a divine language of creation, yada, yada, yada. Here's why, though. And there's also the runes. Why? Hold on. Okay, my screen kept, dimming because it wants me to not post this. It's fine. You need to know. So, why is it divine? Good question. It is divine because it incorporates the entire universe in a written language. Now, the Hebrew focuses on the outer rim of 133, the outer rim of reality, okay? So if you've seen Metatron's cube, here, I'm going to draw it for you. Okay, so you've got Metatron's cube, which is, so first you have the pyramid. I can't remember how it's done. Here, we're just gonna go. Okay. Give me a second. Okay, so first you have the triangle. Then you have the cube. Sorry, then you have the cube. It's a 3D cube. Now it's a 3D triangle too. Okay, I fixed it. But 222. Okay, so... But then you add, so you got the triangle, the cube, and then the octahedron, the dodecahedron, and the icosahedron. Those are the 5 elements, right? The entire universe is based on those 5 structures. And within those structures, you have the, now assuming, because the smaller ones are in here in the center, but assuming that you connect all, so this is just all male lines. So if you include the female lines, it should look a little bit like this. Okay, I'm doing a terrible job, but imagine this is perfect and each of those circles touch each other. There you have Metatron's cube. But now, do you see something a little interesting? Now, I know that there's extra shapes, but we're also missing the other shapes. But just focus on the main picture, okay? What are you seeing here? 3:17 on the clock. You see the Star of David, right? Okay, so there's one. But what else do you see? Right here in the center is what we call the Mother Rune, okay? So in 334, so Hebrew, if you know Hebrew, each of the letters fit inside of the Star of David. Now, where is the Star of David? It's in the outer ridges of the universe, okay? So the causal body. So that would ensue that Hebrew is a divine language of the universe, of creation, because when you speak Hebrew, you're speaking the universal language of reality, okay? Now, hold on, where I'm going with this, that only affects, well, it affects everything, but at the high level. Okay, so that's why we use Hebrew in high magic, or let's say that in high magic. But when you're trying to create change or work with the physical, you want to focus down here. Now, in the center of this, any seasoned practitioner will tell you exactly what that is. That is what we call the Mother Rune. Aha! What is the Mother Rune? It is the rune in which all runes are also created. So like the Star of David is a form of the Hebrew, like a geometrical representation of the language itself. So is the Mother Rune. And so this is why rune magic, or Celtic magic that involves runes, is so powerful in the 3D, is because it encompasses all the energy of reality at its core. Now, why does that affect you? Well, because I'm going to start teaching you each rune individually, and so that you can learn how to program your reality. Okay? Following? Okay, so this is going to be a good example of how simple shapes create a meaning. Okay, so when you were in school, right? We used to do, well, first off, let's start basic. 3, 4, 5. Every mark, every visual representation, every indent that you do has a meaning. Okay, this dot it's not really a whole lot going on there, is it? But it is also the end of a sentence. It is the culmination of, that's probably the best one. It's the end of a sentence. It has meaning, right? So does this one, right? A line, okay? But who assigned that meaning? You or I, or the people before us, or the people before them? Because as the more I learn, time doesn't exist. Okay, everything that was ever created, everything that ever existed, already existed. Nobody discovers anything. You're just open enough channel to interpret it. 644. So if you continue on, you've got more meanings. Now we have 3. Sure. Now what does it look like? Not a whole lot, right? But if we add a couple more, now we've got a whole picture, right? Just a few extra letters. What I'm trying to get at is, as we create, as we speak, we create. Thank you, Lady Gaga. Anyway, and this goes into every level of existence, all right? So from the top, as above, so below, as within, so without, so on. So the ancients knew this, all right? And so they used specific, now keep in mind, 755, they knew about Metatron's cube. It's one of the oldest symbols in all of existence. It's literally embedded in the flower of life. Yeah, anyway. And so, with the mother rune being the center of all creation, also known as the wheel, or the eightfold path, right? So you've got several runes in here. I could go on for days, but like every single rune is found in here. And so if you know your runes well, you can program just about anything in existence to do what you want. Anything. Now, keep in mind, this kind of magic is old, and each rune has its own very specific meaning. This one's my favorite. It's invisibility, as well as uncovering the unseen. It depends on how you want to use it. But that, my friends, is the end of today's lesson. So from going forward, I'm going to start showing you exactly what each rune means, and then I'm going to pull a card and rune from my rune deck. Bye.